using Interwrite IWB software in your classroom, basic training course. Introducing window mode. The previous tutorial looked at control mode, the floating toolbar you see here on the desktop. If you want to create a presentation or show a presentation or have a blank screen that you can write on, you need to open window mode. Window mode is the icon in the top right corner of the toolbar circled in red. When you open window mode, this is what you'll see. There will be a series of picture icons that you see at the bottom of the screen. As you scroll over each one of these, it will actually tell you what the purpose of that particular icon is. An important icon is the select object, which is in the center of the taskbar. Anytime you want to edit or move anything on your screen, select object needs to be selected first, and then you'll be able to shift things around on the screen. You also have a series of words. These too have their own menus with options that you can select from. I showed you in the control mode tutorial where to find the help guide. This is where you'd find the help guide when you're in window mode. Select help and then click on the word help. This will bring up a window. If you click on any of the plus signs next to the terms, you'll be able to then click on the tool or feature that you want to have a closer look at. You'll find an explanation as to how to use that particular tool or function in both written and visual terms. This will help you to get to know the tools and functions more easily. You also have a special floating toolbar. At the moment it's grayed out. It can only be used when you've used the pen or when you have created shapes and put them on the screen. We'll talk about this in more detail later. Also on the right side of the screen you have a series of tabs. The first one is the Page tab. This indicates all the different slides that you have in your presentation, similar to a PowerPoint slideshow. You can just move up and down by scrolling using that bar. The slide that's highlighted in red is the main screen. If you want to, you can just simply click on the others to make that the main screen. The floating toolbar, the Properties toolbar, can be dragged to the bottom of the screen until you're ready to use it. If the box at the bottom next to Auto Hide is ticked, it means the minute I tap on the main screen, it will close those tabs down. So if you do have a presentation and you don't want people to see what's coming up, have that Auto Hide box ticked. Otherwise, if I untick that box, you'll see now that the column remains open. This is handy for the next tab, which is the Resource tab. The Resource tab contains the public gallery, which is all the free clip art that comes with your Interwrite software. If you select the plus sign here, you'll notice there'll be a drop-down menu. Once again, plus sign, another drop-down menu. The Education gallery contains all the key learning areas that you would need in your teaching. If you hit the plus sign next to Science and say hit the plus sign next to Biology, you'll see these are all the clip art that comes with the board that is in the category of Biology. So you are able to just select one and drag it to the main screen. Using that select object, tap on the image and you are able to manipulate the image by pulling in on that white circle. If you want to, you can rotate this by pulling on the green circle. And we also have a down arrow here called an edit point, which we'll discuss at a later time. If I want to get rid of something that's on the screen, I use the select object, tap on it, and then I have a red X here, which is the delete. Also in the Resource tab, we have another gallery, and that's called the Guest gallery. and this contains My Library. My Library is where you can store all your own clip art, photos, pages that you want to use at a later time. You also have the ability to search for images in the Google range. If you just type in the word that you're looking for, select the search button, and if you're connected to the internet, it will bring up all the images that are in Google that you can select from. You can also search the local images which are in the drives of your computer. So if you have a flash drive, you can find information from that. And you also can look at your pictures. So if you do have this that's normally in your library, you can click on that, and that will bring up all the photos and images that you wish to have a look at. I recommend that auto hide is unticked when you're using the resource bank, and that will allow you to bring out a number of different items without having to close down the tabs each time. You can customize the screen. If you want to, you can change the color of the toolbar by going to the word skin. At the moment it's green, but I can change it to orange, and that will bring up the floating toolbar in a different color. I can then change it to blue, and you see that will be a different color as well, and bring it back to the green. Depending on which side of your interactive whiteboard you're standing, you may want to move the tabs to the other side. You can do this by clicking on this orange arrow. That will then bring the tabs to the left side, and clicking on that again will bring it to the right. Depending on the height of your interactive whiteboard, you may want to bring the toolbar to the top by clicking on this arrow, and bring it to the bottom by clicking on it once again. If you have trouble reaching the top of the screen, there is a little icon here called Move Page. If we click on this, you're then able to grab the top of your screen and pull it down until you can reach the top to write on it. And by the same token, if you get to the bottom of the page and find people can't see that, you can actually pull that up so that they can see what's at the bottom. If you're doing a brainstorming session or need a bit more room, you can then hit the word Extend Page, and this will add on to your page, and it will continue to say Extend Page until it's reached about the size of an A4 sheet of paper when it's printed. If you don't see the word Extend Page appearing anymore, you've reached the maximum size. If you want to add a page to your presentation, just simply go to this page with a plus and click on that. If we open up the tab, I'll untick the box, you'll see here's my new blank page. If I add another page to the presentation, you'll see that I have added now 2 blank pages. If I need to remove pages from the presentation, I can just hit this edit point and select Delete Current Page. Thank you for viewing this tutorial. For further information, contact us by email info@edis.com.au.